Assalamualikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sisters, I hope you are all doing well in the best state of Iman and health. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we will look into dua number 10. Dua number 10 is a little long, so I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just preparing you. But inshallah ta'ala, with efforts and with learning with translation, you will be able to memorize this dua very well, inshallah. So let's look into dua number 10. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إني أسألك العفو والعافية في الدنيا والآخرة اللهم إني أسألك العفو والعافية في ديني ودنياي وأهلي ومالي اللهم استر عوراتي وآمن روعاتي اللهم احفظني من بين يدي ومن خلفي وعن يميني وعن شمالي ومن فوقي وأعوذ بعظمتك أن أغتال من تحتي. So this is your dua number 10. Let's look into the pronunciation part of this. The first word, Allahumma. As we have discussed earlier, we are not reciting this word as Allahumma, we will be reading it as Allahumma inni as'alukal afwa wal afiyah. It is afwa and afiyah. It is not afwa and afiyah. If you recite afwa and afiyah, it will be like you're reading alif. But if you look into the text, it is ayn present over there. So little effort is required. You're supposed to recite عفو والعافية في الدنيا والآخرة اللهم إني أسألك العفو والعافية في ديني ودنياي وأهلي ومالي. If you look into these two lines, the first two lines, what do you notice? You notice that 50%, half of the line is being repeated. The first part of the first line is the same as second part of the second line. First part of the second line. That is Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afwa wal afiyah. That means if you learn this part of two lines, okay, you are memorizing. One line is equal to you are memorizing the two parts of the line. What do you need to learn from these two lines? What is the element to be learnt? That is fi dunya wal akhirah fi dini wa dunyaya wa ahli wa mali. With translation, inshallah ta'ala, it will be easy. First thing you're asking is afiyat for hereafter and this world. Second, what you're asking, fi dini wa dunyaya, you're asking afiyat for the matters of the hereafter and for the matters of this world, which is concerned with you. What is the third thing you're asking afiyat for? Wa ahli. Ahli is family members, close people around you. Wa mali, wealth. So basically in these two lines you're asking afwa and afiyah for four things. Fi dunya wal akhirah, that is the life of hereafter and this world. Fi dini wa dunyaya, that is your matters of hereafter and the matters of this world concerning to you. Wa ahli, third thing afiyat that you're asking for. Wa ahli is family members, close people around you. Wa mali, wealth. The first two lines you have read when you memorize the first part, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afwa wal afiyah. That means even the second part you have done just the half part. All you need to do is fi dunya wal akhirah. Remember it in a correct order. Fi dunya wal akhirah, the world of akhirat and this one, the life of hereafter and this life. Fi dini wa dunyaya, matters concerning of akhirat and this dunya. Wa ahli, family members and close ones. Wa mali, wealth. Remember it in the correct order. Allahumma astur awrati. Again here we have ayn present. It is not awrati, it is awrati. Wa amir rawati. Again ayn present here. Raw, it is not rawati, it is rawati. Next line. Allahumma hfazni min bayni yadayya wa min khalfi wa an yamini. It is not an yamini, it is an yamini. Here we have the grammar rule present. So for the students who have already read tajweed or who are reading tajweed, and for anybody who doesn't know about tajweed, no problem, just remember this. It is wa an yamini. Students who know this rule will inshallah ta'ala be able to read wa an yamini, wa an shimali, wa min fawqi, wa a'udhu. I have mentioned about this word that many people read it as wa auzu. So don't read it as auzu, auzu bika, nothing like that. Wa a'udhu bi azamatika. Many people mistake this word with azmatika. Now when you are reading azmatika, you are reading alif with fatah, that is zabar, and za with sukun, that is jazm, az. If you want me to write in Arabic, write as, I will write like this and give you. So if you look into the text, it is not present there. What we are supposed to read? Azamatika, ayn and za. An ughtala min tahti. It is not tahti, it is tahti. So inshallah ta'ala, I will, by the end of this video, I will help you how to memorize this as well. So do not get confused, do not get worried by the size of the dua. It is very simple dua, inshallah. For now, let's move ahead with the translation of this dua. Translation is extremely beautiful, you will love it. So let's look into the translation. O Allah, I ask you for pardon and well-being in this life and the next. O Allah, I ask you for pardon and well-being in my religious and worldly affairs, and my family and my wealth. O Allah, heal my weaknesses and set at ease my dismay, and preserve me from the front and from behind, and on my right and on my left and from above. And I take refuge with you, lest I be swallowed by the earth. This is the translation of this dua. Now moving ahead with the benefits. The reference I have mentioned already. So the benefit is, Ibn Umar Raziyallahu Ta'ala anha narrated that the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam never failed to recite this dua in the morning, in the evening and in the morning. So the dua number 9 and dua number 10, you need to recite it once in the morning, that is after Fajr prayer, and in the evening azkar, that is after Asr prayer. You do not have any separate dua for the evening. Do not be confused. The dua number 9 and dua number 10 both needs to be recited morning azkar and evening azkar. Okay. So this is the benefit of this dua. Coming to learning of this, okay. Now I have mentioned here 1, 2, 3, how many lines? 4 lines. Remember the first point. Do not see it as a paragraph to read or paragraph to memorize. Look into it as 5 lines. Break into 5 lines. Now the first line, if you see, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afwa wal afiya fid dunya wal akhirah. First start with just 1 line when you are memorizing it. When you are reading morning azkar and evening azkar, read the entire dua. I am telling this for only memorizing. You start with your line number 1. Okay. When you memorize this line number 1, use this one line in your duas. That is, whenever you are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in sujood, before turning the salam, before like for example, if it's raining, you're making dua, utilize this line. Just one line. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afwa wal afiya fid dunya wal akhirah. Once you are able to recite it with fluency, like okay fine, you're conscious that okay, I know this line, jump to the second line. What is the second line? 50% you have already memorized it. What is the 50% of this dua? Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afwa wal afiya, which you have already memorized in the first part. What you have to memorize in second line? Fi dini wa dunyaya wa ahli wa mali. You just need to recite in an order. First comes fi dunya wal akhirah, okay, that is the life of hereafter and this world. Fi dini wa dunyaya, matters concerning about you, of the worldly affairs and of the akhirah. This is about the matters which involves you. Wa ahli, family members. Wa mali, wealth. The second line, you just need to remember fi dini wa dunyaya wa ahli and wa mali. Your second line is done. Once you are conscious that yes, I know the second line, whenever you're reading your duas, that is in the sujood, or you're making a dua after salah, or before performing the salam, add this in your dua routine. 2 lines, you have got it. Come to the third line. Allahumma astur awrati wa amir rawati. This third line, small line, memorize it, use it in your dua. Fourth line, Allahumma hfazni. Here you are asking for protection. From what? Min bayni yadayya, from your front, from your back, from your left side and from your right side. Min bayni yadayya wa min khalfi wa an yamini wa an shimali wa min fawqi. This is your fourth line. When you are conscious that yes, I have memorized it, you start using it in your salah and anytime when you are making dua. Fifth line, wa a'udhu bi'azamatika an ughtala min tahti. So read and memorize it as a line, not as a paragraph. Your perception towards anything what you are learning is very important. If you see it as a okay fine, I just have to put a little effort, but it is easy for me to learn, I can do this. When you perceive anything with this attitude, it will be easy for you, inshallah, for you to learn. But if you go with the mindset that okay fine, this dua is so huge, how will I be able to learn? I have to submit this to the next week, will I be able to learn or not? It is so big. If you are going to think like that, half of your effort will be wasted because of the fear inside you. So inshallah ta'ala, just make an effort to memorize this dua as much as you can. Spend more time, inshallah ta'ala, in memorizing it, and I feel that you will be able to do it. And if you have any doubts, any difficulty in memorizing, you can definitely reach out to me. For today, that's all. Jazakallah khair, barakallahu feekum. Assalamualikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.